Just need to type it out to gain perspective. Me 34M and my wife 32F have been married about 10 years. In that time we have had 2 children, a 5-year-old boy, and a 7-year-old girl. About 3 years ago I got a promotion that completely pushed my internal stressors to the breaking point. I withdrew from the marriage and could become very short with snip-back behavior. My wife tried to help but ended up causing more stress by loading me up with additional house projects. She became depressed, as projects never got done and our sex life became non-existent. 8 months ago she was trying to arrange sex with another man after a lot of explicit back and forth texting. I found this, and everything became very real. She showed remorse initially, but quickly turned to the offensive. She demanded separate everything: phone, bank accounts, etc., and privacy for her phone. She is a stay-at-home mom. We tried MC and individual therapy. I completely changed my life after that. I reduced my work hours to take care of the kids whenever they are not in school. I took on the mentality of doing everything: housework, cooking, and organizing and running kids' parties to let her know I appreciated her. Just wait, gets more messed up and cringy. I started just blowing money on her, new clothes, vacations, with the mindset that I didn't want all that extra money if it destroyed my marriage. She started going back to college, to build a career now that both kids are in school, one part-time, to which I supported and am very proud of her for doing so. She completely withdrew. SX, gone. It started as "you can't finish cause I am not going to not even allowing me to spoon her. Hugs/kisses, gone, don't feel like it. Quality time, gone, only was interested in watching shows. Drugs, she started getting high almost every day, which lead to small glimpses of affection. She starts more emotional affairs and hides her phone and claims I am controlling for wanting to see the messages. I break this rule once, and find her sending messages to her exes saying things like, "Remember the time you bent me over your mother's table?" On vanish mode. I caught this one because he hadn't read it yet. Then about 3 weeks ago she wants a separation. 1 week ago she moved out, and left me with the kids and moved to a new city. We agreed I would follow her there, but the kids are mine full time. As a result, I have to move myself, sell our house, and to make matters worse, all those half-done projects have the house looking like a disaster zone. She doesn't tell anyone but me that she is leaving or separating, including her own mother, and suddenly her friends notice she is gone. They put her on blast for abandoning her children, to which she came crying back to me for support. I have tried to be open-minded that if she wants to leave, I can't make her stay. I also have made it very clear that while I want her to come back, I cut most contact except to send her videos of the kids. We agreed to a 3-month check-in July 1st and she expressed she is not seeking anyone else. She wants to go on weekly dates and start everything over. I want to believe that things will work, but I secretly feel I know that it won't. I feel like she is exploring the market, and she will come crying back after 6 months or a year. Problem is, the longer we are apart the more I have realized I don't want what our marriage was. I don't want to make unnecessary conflict, because if she can be taken away by some other guy then I don't want to invest another second into this or want her back. But looking into my kids' eyes, I keep realizing right now I would sacrifice my happiness for theirs. How do other people manage these emotions, honestly? I woke up crying and having a panic attack at 1:30 in the morning. I randomly just start crying while listening to a song. One moment I feel strong enough to just take on the world, and the next I am stuck in desperately wanting my wife back. I started removing all social media and distractions, to get rid of the wasted time and spend more with the kids/work/moving. But I still frequently get stuck in these emotions, and believing my happily ever after will never come. You need to file for divorce. Your wife is a monster and you already know that. The sooner you put this behind you the better your life will get. You have shown her she can do whatever she wants and you will just take it and she actually gets rewarded by you. Document that she abandoned her children and let a divorce attorney do his thing. There are women out there that will treat you like a king for the things you are willing to do for the people you care about. You live one time, why would you spend that limited time with the devil when you could spend it with an angel that will make you feel confident and wanted? I am sorry you have to go through this, but there is no putting a broken vase back together when the way it was before was broke. Thank you for this. I know that this is the correct thought process and it should be obvious, but hearing others say it even though this is obviously just my side of the story, makes me feel less selfish and able to admit I just can't continue to ride it out. This was difficult to read. Hopefully by typing it out you were successful in gaining some perspective concerning placing you and the kids as the top priority. You are under the false assumption that you are responsible for her actions. It is time, for the sake of you and your children, that instead of following her, that you step up and lead with logic. It is okay to ride out the emotions away from your kids while you implement and follow through with actions that will provide a better life for all of you. That does not include following her to other towns and giving her space to play the field while you watch after the children. Staying focused on your kids and the things you need to do, such as your career, will allow you to be productive and time to pass so you can heal. My story of pain, perseverance, and finally peace. My story of pain, perseverance, betrayal, and peace. I have been a long-time lurker and posted once on this subreddit. All the posts have been helpful and I have gotten to a good place. On one hand, it hurts to read the stories and see how much people have gone through. On the other hand, it reminds me and keeps me focused that I am better off. I figured I have been on the sidelines too long and wanted to share my story. Bear with me as it will be long. It all started years ago. We were childhood friends living in different states. We would see each other here and there and had a natural chemistry and bond. We drifted apart during college but met by change again after many years. Again, it was instant spark and chemistry, same taste in music, TV shows, movies, food, a girl version of myself. Beautiful, smart, funny. Everything was amazing and we knew we were going to marry each other 6 months into us being together. Eventually in 2017 we do get married. Life is great, but she seems distant, reserved, and inattentive. I would come home from work and all she would be doing is be sitting on her computer. She wasn't working and I figured had been looking all day and that was taking up her time. This goes on for a couple of months and again I am basically alone every day I come from work. She told me that she was very into chat rooms and that it was something she has been going on since she was 11 years old and is now 27. She said that it is her stress relief and I figured she was down and depressed for not being able to find a job after all this time. Stupid me. After some time I finally get a weird sense to ask questions. Is there someone else? Yes, she responds. My legs give way. It's just as Thanos said, I know what it's like to lose. It's frightening, turns the legs to jelly. It's exactly like that. It was a virtual relationship that has been going on for a year prior to us getting married. I couldn't believe it. The next week is hell trying to talk some sense into her and bringing her parents into it to try and help. She says that she can't do this anymore. She doesn't want to wonder what if. She says I will be okay. She says I don't know suffering is like he does. Boy, was she wrong. She leaves me without a job, no money, and no support from her family who all turn their back on her. She leaves and spends the next 6 weeks with him. I am in agony but try and get over it, which I do. I am left wrecked but slowly get stronger. She calls me and tells me she is suicidal and made the biggest mistake of her life. Begs and pleads for me to take her back. Promises nothing happened while she was with him. Denial is a strange thing. I believed every word she said. She comes back. We make it work, her family accepts her back immediately. Mine does not, and I also become a villain in their eyes for doing so. It doesn't matter, I love her and I wanted to save her and I know in my heart I did the right thing. That gave me the strength to persevere. A year and a half pass. We are happy, extremely happy. The past doesn't even mean a thing anymore. Only the future. My family has accepted everything and hers does too. It was as if it was all a bad dream. Little did I know the nightmare was about to begin again. I catch her one fine night in 2020 mumbling into her phone. She denies it and says I was probably dreaming. I take her phone and see she was on the phone with someone for 2 hours in the early morning. My heart sank. This again? It was the same guy from a year and a half ago. She said she was sorry, she will end it. It was a mistake. I believe her. A week later I catch her again. Same deal, she is sorry, she will end it. Finally, a third time I catch her for the last time. She says she loves me, but she loves him too. I couldn't believe it. Then again, everybody saw it coming but me. She leaves me. She wants to take some time to figure things out and what she wants. She comes back 2 weeks later after staying with her sister, verified since I was in contact with the sister who I am very close with and has always been on my side. No difference but just coldness. Oh, and she admits that she had sex with AP twice while she was there a year and a half ago. Should have seen that coming. Still, I resolved to forgive everything that happened after the first D-Day, so that didn't change much for me. Honestly, lied to for all this time hurt more than anything. We do marriage counseling, and in there I hear that she longs for AP. That these feelings are something she never felt before. A lot of back and forth, and I finally have enough. I move out to try and get some perspective, and hopefully she comes to her senses. She uses this time I am away to rekindle the affair with AP, who also is tired of her and doesn't trust what she is saying. We file for divorce. I am waiting for a miracle. That she wants to work on this marriage, that she loves me, that it was a mistake. That day never came. The divorce goes through. No kids, no house, no shared assets that we fight over. It was a clean break. We both still loved each other even in the end. I wanted her to be happy, and she didn't want to hurt me anymore. I am 8 months out for the second D-Day. I haven't really spoken to her in that time. It helps so much going NC. I am in great shape, changed careers, closer to my family than before, and the dark cloud that was surrounding me is no longer there. I do mourn the fact that I lost the greatest treasure that I had, at least I thought it was the greatest. It's normal to miss your WS, but you need to find your worth. You aren't defined by your spouse or partner. It was hell to go through, but I grew so much, grew in such a way I didn't think was possible. I don't know what the future holds, but I am excited about it. That gives me hope, and I hope my story was able to help at least one person out there. I thought the AP was the enemy, but it was my WW. She was the one with issues. Of course, AP is a pos, but my wife was the issue mainly. I know everybody's story is different, but at least for me, I know that cheating should be the end of any relationship. There can't be any second chances in such a situation. No question about it. Stay strong out there. Keep moving forward.